Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important. I'm your host. Happy 4th of July, LFG. U.S. crypto regulatory uncertainty could be Hong Kong's gain. Yat Sayu Siu Swa Sui. I'm an idiot and I can't read names. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of news today, guys, so I kind of just picked the most relevant articles that I could find. And this is actually nothing new. This has been a market sentiment for quite some time. And BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF filing names Coinbase as surveillance sharing partner. As you guys all know, the BlackRock and multiple other large traditional finance spot ETF applications were denied based on bad wording, I guess, is what's going on. So, and they've all refiled basically. So hopefully this gets into that a little bit. Onto the market, see what's going on. Current market cap sitting at 1.22. Let's double check. $1.22 trillion. Current Bitcoin dominance sitting at 49.6%. ETH dominance 19.4%, and 15 Gwei will get you an ETH transactions. Really nice to see Gwei, ETH gas basically just being calm, you know. I don't know if you guys or anybody watching was here for the last bull cycle during the whole NFT craze. Gas was insane. You would be minting, I shit you not, you would be minting NFTs that cost roughly, you know, $200 per mint, 200 USD in ETH, but 200 USD worth of ETH basically. And it would be about $200 in gas too. So you'd be spending $400 for a $200 NFT. BANANAS, y'all. Bananas. So it's nice to see that. Market, currently a sideways day. Bitcoin pumped a little bit yesterday. We're going to talk about that here in just a second, per usual. But right now, not a lot going on. A lot of small movements here and there, red and green. In my opinion, I call that a sideways movement for the market. Not a ton of volatility, which is actually not bad. We got Aptos at 9% on the day. Aave up 10.4 on the day. Maker 9.62. Anything bad in red? No, not really. Flow came down. This is one of the ones that pumped yesterday, if I remember correctly. I've never heard of Flow, but it's corrected a little bit. Yeah, that looks like it's about it, guys. Again, it looks like it's going to be a sideways day unless Bitcoin decides to fly off the handle again. I mean, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Global Currency Reserve. What is this? GCR? Yeah, that looks scammy. 922% on the week, 44% on the day. What in the absolute shit is this? Huh. I mean, it's only got $2 million of volume. Oh, maybe I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I've never even heard of this. GCR. If anybody watching this knows what GCR is, by all means, in the comments, let me know. Outside of that, let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 8 hour. We've been watching this for a better part of 2 weeks now. And I think we finally got our sustained breakout. These are all fake outs, guys. These are all bear trap or bull trap, excuse me. Bull trap. Bull trap. Bull trap. Get rid of these because I don't like having them. But these are all bull traps. The ceiling was right here, this line. But we broke out yesterday, pumped all the way back up to 31.4-ish, 31.350-ish, and we pulled back. But here is the silver lining to this. Yes, we have pulled back outside of breakout. But what I have told you guys since we had this giant run here and here, I said I do not think any of this will stick unless we get above 30,800 and get some candles closing above 30,800. And we didn't do it on the 8 hour at all. We had the one pump close, and we dropped right back down into the pattern. Well, right here, we have 3 candles closed above that line. So this could be your retest for a bounce and see you later buy. But if you guys played this pattern, I hope you made some money. I hope you did the things and took some profits. So right now, I'm just watching for hopefully a potential retest, and then being off to the races again. But pattern played out, guys. These, and I've said this in a previous video, there always seems to be a potential pattern, and I know a lot of people are getting away from pattern trading, and I'm all for that. I'm not like downing on that at all. I know a lot of people are getting away from pattern trading based on the fact that it's old school stuff, and people can see it, and people with large amounts of money can counter trade those patterns and things like that. But what I've noticed, especially throughout the last bull cycle and bear cycle, there are certain patterns that become the pattern of the cycle. The last cycle we were in, the last bull cycle, rounded bottoms and double bottoms seem to be the patterns that just blew up. And at least for Bitcoin right now, flags and pennants and triangles are seeming to be the ones that do it. So with that being said, just keep your eye on this 30,008, the top of the trend line, 30,007, 750, but somewhere in there for a potential retest and then a move up. If not, we break back into the pattern. Make sure you guys got stop losses in place if you are trading, etc., etc. Outside of that, this is not financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor. This isn't even really a trading channel. I just like to show you guys what I'm looking at. I'm a terrible trader. Don't pay attention to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. With that being said, let's look at some shorter time frames before I get out of here and move on to the news. 1 hour. Yeah, I'm looking for that retest, guys. 4 hour. 4 hour looking just like the 8 hour. Not really seeing anything develop yet. Red dot looking like it's ready to print on the 8. Oh, by the way, happy 4th of July if you guys are in the United States. Get out there, go hang out with families, friends, celebrate the freedoms that we have left in this country before they're all gone. And don't yell at people for lighting fireworks. Come on, y'all. Yeah, guys, the 12 hours seeming to be like the story, real story of this pattern. You have one fake out right here, right? One bear or a bull trap, and hopefully this is going to be a retest setup for a bounce. So that's all I'm looking at, guys, for Bitcoin. Again, this pattern is in play. Keep an eye on whether we break down back into this pattern, or we use it as a retest to launch us up into the 31.7, potentially up to the 33s, etc., etc. Moving on to the news. U.S. crypto regulatory uncertainty could be Hong Kong's gain. Yat Siu Samsonite. Amnico Brands founder Yat believes Hong Kong's effort to foster the Web3 ecosystem are in stark contrast to regulatory uncertainty hampering development in the United States. Industry experts believe Hong Kong's shifting attitude towards blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and Web3 could entice businesses away from the United States. We've been saying this for quite some time, so it really isn't anything new. Kind of a nothing burger. The city has made a series of moves over the past year to foster the development of Web3 space and enable retail investment into cryptocurrencies. The last example of this is the formation of its task force on promoting Web3 development. Yatsu Siu, a co-founder of Web3 investment firm Amnico Brands, is one of the 15 industry experts invited to be an advisor to the task force, which will interface directly with key government officials and financial regulators. I don't know why I can't say that correctly. In a wide range of exclusive interview with Cointelegraph, Siu highlighted Hong Kong's gradual change in attitude towards crypto and Web3 in recent years, putting the city in a unique position to attract startups and established firms to its jurisdiction. While conceding that the U.S. should not be counted out of the Web3 race, Hsu said that many firms in the sector are operating under a regime of fear. I agree, due to the lack of regulatory clarity. This has been exacerbated in recent months by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. We know this, SEC filing separate charges against Binance US and Coinbase for a raft of alleged unregistered securities offerings. The SEC doesn't seem to be wanting to be consistent about this. In contrast to Hong Kong or other jurisdictions like Japan, the Middle East, or even Europe, which have rules that are starting to become consistent. Hsu said that Hong Kong had seen an opportunity to take a leadership position in terms of driving Web3 development, while the US seemingly self-sabotaged its potential to be a prime destination for companies in the sector. Hong Kong also held cryptocurrency space at arm's length for several years, with restrictive policies outlawing retail investment into cryptocurrencies only recently overturned after lengthy consultations with industry proponents. Hsu said that the government had demonstrated a level of agility in its changing stance toward the industry, considering it had not always welcomed cryptocurrency companies. Hong Kong's Web3 task force is likely to be pretty fluid, Hsu told Cointelegraph that he'd been pleasantly surprised by the inclusion of so many Web3 proponents, which signals the city's intent to continue fostering the sector. The working group is yet to have a first meeting, and Hsu expects monthly or quarterly meetings with a variety of crypto, blockchain, and Web3 working groups that have established in Hong Kong. Members of the Web3 task forces have entered into a 2-year agreement with the Hong Kong government and are set to advise on ways to drive the growth of the industry. Hsu envisions the task force driving the development of the sector by fostering talent and encouraging exploration of blockchain solutions in tertiary education institutions. I think it's a great way in which we could build a closer relationship with the government and also sort of push forward the Web3 adoption agenda. As previously reported, Hong Kong's effort to kindle the Web3 sector have seen the city's Cyberport attract over 150 Web3 firms this year, while companies are reportedly spending between $2 to $25 million on attaining virtual asset services provider licenses to operate in the city. Yeah, but like if you guys want to even get like super conspiracy, right? Maybe that's all planned. You know, there's all, you know, that Biden and his administration have sold us off to China, which makes sense why they're going to try and stifle crypto while China builds a strong crypto, not a strong crypto agenda, but just basically builds a crypto face while we're destroying ours, right? Conspiracy theories, guys. All right, last story of the day. There wasn't a lot going on. Probably because it's mostly a holiday, I think, for banks and things like that. For at least in the States, I don't even know anymore. There's so many holidays and non-holidays and non-bank days. I don't know. But there wasn't a lot going on, so this is it. BlackRock spot ETF filing names Coinbase as quote-unquote surveillance sharing partner. The application included a NASDAQ Coinbase agreement intended to supplement the exchange's market surveillance program. Following the SEC reportedly saying the filing was unclear. The most recent filing involved asset manager BlackRock's attempt to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF, included a surveillance sharing agreement with cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. According to a June 29th filing with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the NASDAQ stock exchange refiled for a proposed rule change allowing the listing of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. The filing included details on a June 8th agreement between NASDAQ and Coinbase intended to supplement the exchange's market surveillance program and provide access to data on spot BTC trades. And there it is. The release of the SEC filing forward to ARK Investment Management amending its spot BTC ETF applications to include surveillance sharing agreement with the Chicago Board Options Exchange, CBOE, and an unnamed US-based crypto exchange. Some speculated at the time of agreement was with Coinbase, which would seemingly put it in conflict with BlackRock's ETF application. The SEC reportedly said on June 30th that crypto ETF filings with the NASDAQ and the CBOE were not sufficiently clear and comprehensive, suggesting that the applicants include additional information on surveillance agreement arrangements. BlackRock first applied for the spot BTC ETF on June 15th. At the time of publication, the U.S. securities regulator had not approved any spot ETFs linked to crypto investments, despite numerous applications from market participants. Following the denial of its spot Bitcoin ETF in June of 2022, Grayscale Investment filed a lawsuit against the SEC, alleging the regulators had failed to apply consistent treatment to similar investment vehicles. It's coming. I think this is going to go through this time. I know it sounds really, really, I don't know. It's if you've been around for a while, the spot ETF is a unicorn. But I think this might happen this time. I think that's been the plan all along. That's what they're setting up for. But guys, that's all I've got right now. Let's look at Bitcoin one last time. We're still holding. Go to the 4 hour. This might be your bounce. Keep an eye on it. And just watch your levels. That's it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Per usual, guys, if you enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, watch, like, and share all the videos on all your social platforms. I'll see you bright early tomorrow morning. Happy 4th of July. I'm out of here.